song Mzansi is basically another word for South Africa, which is where I'm from, my home. Hey! The song basically it's a feel-good vibe. It's all about being South African, my culture, my roots, and celebrating that. It's a fun, feel-good song. I just felt like I wasn't ready. And even at times when I felt I was ready, I wasn't. I really had to come correct and be prepared, because with music, it's a completely different ball game to dancing. Music is a bit more, it's serious, it's life, it's real life. You're sharing yourself to your audience, telling people your story, more about you. People get to connect with you as an individual. And I feel like I had to go through some things, experience certain things, so I can have even more to share musically. And for me as a performer and as a woman, I had to go through certain things to be ready for it. So, and now I feel ready, so I'm excited. Yeah, I actually do write, I've been writing since I was a teen. That's how I express myself. Every time a guy breaks my heart, every time anyone pisses me off, I get my pen and I write. Nah, I've been writing for the longest time. Some of my songs I've written, but I also like to collaborate with other writers just to get a bit of something different. My video was actually shot back home in South Africa. I had to do it right. I had to go home and show where I'm from. South Africa, Mzansi, that's where I'm from. So I had to show that. And yeah, I just came up with a concept myself, actually. Oh, and a friend Gideon, actually. We sketched and we planned the mood board. We put some stuff together, and I really liked the vision. I wanted to show off my country. And yeah, we came up together with that. And Shason shot my first video. And it's crazy because I've worked with Shason a bunch of times before, obviously as being a dancer, and I've been a fan of his stuff. So for him to shoot my first video, it's a huge deal. So yeah, being part of a group, all-female group, has been one of the best experiences of my life. Literally, I learned some of the best things from there, life lessons, just the traveling, meeting new people. Just me as a performer, my confidence just went all the way up, and just being amongst two other badass females, really like strong, confident, amazing females like Solid and Ezine, has been amazing. I feel like CEO was my training ground as a performer. I just got to have so much more confidence, and I feel like I'm ready now. I feel like I'm ready. With competition is something that you can't help. There will always be competition with everything that anyone does. People compare the smallest things like outfits, who wore it best, something like that. So with competition, I can't help what other artists are out there and who's doing what, but I know that I'm very, very much focused on me. I'm a very focused person. I feel like I'm in competition with myself, being the best version of me. 2-3 years ago, I wasn't the woman I am now, or performer I am now. So I'm always in competition with myself, trying to better myself. Everything I do has to be better than the last. That's how much I'm hard on myself. That's how much I compete with myself. So for me, I zone out. When it comes to competition and who's doing what, I zone out. Literally, I'm focused on what's this girl doing here? And how can she get better? And how can she give them, That's what I'm focused on. Really and truly. And yeah, like in CEO dancers, we were always compared to each other, who dances this? Oh, this one looks like this, da-da-da-da. So I feel like that kind of gave me thick skin, and now I'm prepared for whatever the comments or whatever anyone has to say, really. We're never ready for it. Like, I'm human, but I've definitely got tough, thick skin now compared to before. I feel good about myself. I feel like I've grown so much growth and evolving that's happening with my journey. I feel really great. I feel really good about myself. I like who I'm becoming. Oh gosh, talk about trusting your journey. I've experienced that. I'm the one person that's experienced that. Trusting your journey, learning to be patient through the hiccups, the ups and downs. Oh gosh, I've experienced all that. But it's very important to know exactly what it is that you want, your goals, and follow it through. And even with the setbacks sometimes, just standing firm and knowing that, this is what I want, and I'm gonna do this, and maintaining that faith within yourself and that discipline. Since 2016, when I came back from the Drake tour, I was experiencing so much, as an individual, as a woman, and I decided to go on my self-love journey, where literally I've been meditating and making it a priority to be good to myself, self-love, whether it's sleeping early, sleeping on time, or blocking certain calls. You don't want to talk to certain people that are going to rub you the wrong way or steal your peace and joy and energy. I'm very big on energy and my peace, and anything that helps me maintain my peace and energy, I'm for it. And so I've just had to learn certain things about myself, you know, how to handle myself in situations, because I used to be a ticking bomb. Anyone says anything to me or comments something, now I don't need to clap back. Like, I'm at peace, ignore it and keep it pushing. And like when some people say things, you're this, you're that, it's just learning to have that discipline and zoning out to what people are saying, and just literally, I've learned to just literally focus. This has been me for the past 2 years, and that's something that I owe it to myself to be good to myself. And obviously, I've been an overthinker my whole life, and this year I've made it my priority to just be quiet here and just be at peace. Yeah. Of course I felt insecure about my body. I think every woman has, like even the finest woman on earth. But it's just, like I said before, it's all a journey. It's all about learning yourself, learning what works for you. Like at the start of my career, like we had to wear certain things on stage, and I was so uncomfortable. You know, I was a lot more curvier than the other girls. They're petite, really like fit and naturally, and I'm more like the curvier type, where I wear certain things and it looks a certain way. And I used to feel really insecure about that kind of stuff, or having a small chest when all the other girls have, you know. But I think, like I said, my self-love journey, I just had to learn to embrace myself. Yeah, and be okay with myself, because I'm all about that anyway. As you know, Unicorn is all about embracing yourself, who you are, loving yourself. So I had to make sure that I live what I'm preaching. So yeah, it's been a journey, but now I'm at peace. Like I said, I'm at a great point where I'm at peace. I embrace myself, and I love who I am. Yeah, man. You know, the Me Too movement, I think, is a great movement, powerful movement, because for so many years, women have been experiencing these things and suffering in silence, you know, out of fear, out of, you know, being scared about what people might say, or just all that kind of stuff. So it's really important that these strong women are coming out and sharing, very, very brave and strong women are coming out and sharing their personal experiences, so that other people may be encouraged to share their own. And I just feel like it's sorry, getting a little emotional, but yeah, it's about time. It's about time, and just justice needs to be served for all these things, because I've seen and heard some stuff as well from people I know personally. So for me, it's something that's super sensitive for me, and I just feel like it's about time that this issue is being faced, and we're in conversation about something so serious and real. It's so real. At the start of my career, I was very young, very naive, very new, and I experienced some things, and it's something that I think out of fear I didn't talk about it or want it addressed, because of course I'm a brand new dancer and I want opportunities. Oh gosh, I want to be out there, get myself out there. And I felt like, okay, if I speak about something, is it going to stop more opportunities in the future? Is it going to stop me from working with this artist if I talk about this and this and that? And I just, honestly, I'm so thankful that somehow it worked out. I dealt with it, and it was dealt with in private, and it's something that I wouldn't want anyone to go through. I wasn't physically assaulted, but it's more, you know, when you're so uncomfortable in a work environment and can't be 100 in your art and be focused because you're just uncomfortable. Yeah, and I know that I'm not the only dancer or only female that's experienced this in the industry. I just feel like it's so important that we have these conversations, and, you know, as dancers, as women, we come together, we support each other literally in our art, because I know there's a lot of women out there that are under pressure about doing certain things, or, you know, being harassed unnecessarily, to thinking that, you know, if I do this, it's gonna get me to the next level of my career. And I used to think that as well, you know, if I speak up, or if I say no or act a certain way towards a certain artist, are they gonna be like, okay, well, we don't want to work with you again, or is it gonna ruin chances? And I just feel like it's important that we come together and we support each other as women, and you just know that you don't have to go that route. If you don't want to, you don't have to. You know, what's meant for you in the industry will be for you, and nobody can close doors. What's meant for you will be for you. And I understand it's not easy to speak up, but it's very good that we tell each other we speak up, and yeah. You know what, colorism is something that's real. It's very much current. Like right now we're in conversation about it, and my experience, within the industry, I've seen, where light-skinned women are in demand. The music videos, we've all seen that, we've all experienced it, we've all talked about it. And then of recent, melanin, darker-skinned women are being celebrated now. And there's always gonna be that thing where lighter-skinned women feel left out or darker-skinned women feel left out. But I just think at the end of the day, it all boils down to just us as women embracing ourselves. We're all beautiful, different shades, colors, skin tones, sizes. I just think us as women right now, we're winning, and let's just support each other, celebrate each other. I think it's very important that we do that. And this whole colorism thing, I feel like it could be toned down and dealt with in that way. Just us celebrating ourselves as women. Yeah, like for me, like I've had experiences where I've gone to auditions or castings as a dancer, and I've experienced some issues where, I'm not black enough. So I'm not black enough to be a black girl, and I'm also not light skinned enough to be a mixed race girl. So I've always been that girl that's like in between or whatever. And for me, I just had to deal with it as, just learn to love myself and be comfortable within myself. Because with that, who can tell me what? When I know who I am and I'm comfortable within myself, no one can tell me nothing. That confidence is what really drives that self-love, and I feel like even within young people, I've experienced so much, and just seeing young girls like saying comments like, oh, I'm ugly, I'm black, this person called me a monkey in school, and it really hurts. And I feel like from a young age, if we can just instill within our loved ones, be it like a little sister, friend, or whoever it is, like be that person that, instills love within young people. Like we share that love, we demonstrate that love, so the young people can know, we have to love ourselves first. And with that, love is a foundation. We kill hate and all these things with love. So I feel like it starts with self-love, and that's something that we need to teach in schools everywhere. Self-love, self-love, self-love.